talking about it as a whole. Whereas reference one is talking about.
See, like, this is why I love doing stuff with you guys, because again, I didn't think of it that way. Whereas the other ones, like, a lot of teams have this name or a mascot, where the first one, that's a great point, it's only specific to one team. Great comment there. We're gonna go with number 2, because again, I told you I could go either way. If I had to write a longer essay, I would save evidence number 1 for my next body paragraph. So go ahead, everyone, and highlight evidence number 2 as going to be the one we're gonna stick with. I don't care what color you guys pick. Okay. Don't worry about your ranking right here. That didn't quite make sense if I had only one column going this way instead of straight down. So I should have deleted that, my fault. Just put an A. All right. Your writing prompt, using the top claim and evidence above to explain why sports teams are altering their names and mascots. Assume this is body paragraph 1. Assume there's an introduction, an intro paragraph. Assume that it's there. We're going to body paragraph 1. So I got rid of the title, author, verb. Okay, we're going to put that into the evidence. I need a transition word that I can use to start body paragraph 1. What would I use? Raising your hand. Kyle, what could I use for a transition for a body paragraph? Next would be for like body paragraph number 2. Assume this is my very first one. First, add on a little bit longer. First of all, or you could do to begin with. Let's go to begin with. Everybody put a comma. That's the transition, you need a comma. State the topic or prompt. Your topic and prompt is right here. Native American mascots and logos are being eliminated by sports teams. That's your prompt. Highlight it, Control C, and put it into your orange box. Sign up.
My phone's upside. I don't know the charger.
Gotta bring your chargers, guys. Gotta bring it. And you gotta charge it at night. Make sure I get this back. All right. Now you already have your claim done. Go ahead and copy that they create a negative stereotype of Indigenous people. Control C, put it in your claim box. Now write the sentence all as one. Paste it all together.
So the first.
Oh, I brought the word because.
The topic sentence. Okay. Never mind. I was trying to see what was.
Yep, there you wrote it pretty much out. Now I'm going to get rid of my highlight right there. I hit the highlighter and I hit none. Okay. Please make sure that you guys are putting it below. Write the sentence all as one. It makes copy and pasting in the final step at the end much faster. Much faster. Okay? Yes. All right. Now it works. You guys are gonna switch seats. All right. Now you guys have your evidence in front of you. You guys have an intro transition. If you want your intro transition. Huh?
I was gonna say to begin with weird.
No, intro transition. There's only 4 choices from your, either your agenda or page 4 of your toolkit. You have those out. You need to have those out. These should be fast. Maya, what's my intro transition? Perfect. Everybody put, for example. Now, when you guys are using your source, that's an article right here, your context is going to be the title of the reading and your author, okay? So I would say, for example, in the article, notice how it's gonna keep capitalizing everything, fix it now, makes it faster after. In the article entitled, comma, quote, capitalize the C in chief, capitalize the W, capitalize the S, capitalize the O for out. By Brian Brown. Comma. Now I need a quote frame. What kind of a quote frame could I use in Theosa? I could do the reading describe, the reading states. I could do that. Comma. Same thing, guys. I got a lowercase of t because it keeps thinking that it's its own sentence. Now go grab the passage you guys already wrote. Just don't put quotes around it. You already typed it out. Go grab the reading. Control C, and then move it down to your passage. Control V. Get rid of your highlight. What did I repeat? Has anyone seen what I repeat? I haven't taught you guys this yet, so I'm kind of like throwing it out at you. I don't expect you guys to know this. But what is repeated? Say it.
With first and last.
The last name is mentioned twice in the parenthetical citation and in the intro. So get rid of Brown in the parenthetical citation. All you have to do now is put just 5, because you already mentioned it in the context. Again, no quotes because we already paraphrased it. Oh, I have to move that over to here. Sorry, should look like that. Okay, now paste it all together. Your period's gonna go on the outside of 5. Just like that. I'll read it out loud, make sure it makes sense, and that my brain's not working faster than my fingers. For example, in the article entitled Chief Wahoo Strikes Out by Brian Brown, the reading states, Native American team names and mascots create a degrading image of the Wild West warrior culture and not a friendly neighbor, doctor, or lawyer. It makes sense. All right. I need a signpost transition first. Remember, my first job is to explain how does evidence prove that it's creating a negative stereotype, okay? So I need a signpost transition, so Cho, could you give me one on your agenda? Remember, you can't close your eyes in the beginning. The right side isn't as flexible, but the left is better.
This is relevant because.
This is relevant because, save that for sign, let's put that down for signpost number 2, the second analysis. Save it there. That's a really good one to break it down and explain why it matters. Don't put a comma. So let's get another one that I could use. Michaela, what's another signpost transition for the first one? Very similar to the second one. Sure. Don't put a comma on this one either, because if you put a comma, it's like you just hit a wall. This shows that, boom, hit a wall. So no comma. All right. With your desk partner, I want you to come up with one sentence, maybe 2. What does this show? Here's what you are forbidden from doing. Pay attention. 2 things maybe you're forbidden from. Do not write a sentence that looks like this. This shows that it creates negative stereotypes, period. Don't do that. Number 2, you are forbidden from writing. This shows that Chief Wahoo is making a bad image of the Wild West warrior. All you did in that one is you just repeated the evidence. That's all you did. I read it. Your job is to tell me, how does that create a negative stereotype? How do teams using these images continue the stereotype? Okay, so knees and eyes towards your desk. I want you to talk it out. What would you be writing for the first analysis? Okay, how does it continue the negative stereotype? A is going to start talking first, and then B. Have a conversation starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. It's your partner.
Negative. Deemed offensive to to have like some type of negative past and be deemed racist and offensive today, negative.
To help you guys out, think of if statements. This shows that if, what? Okay. And thunderbolts on your feet. Thunderbolts on your feet. Remember, if statements are the best. Logical statements. All right, who's my thunderbolt over here? All right. Voice is off. We're gonna see what you guys came up with. And again, even me as a teacher, I noticed that when I call this meeting, when I call an Andrew, I'm like, whoa, I didn't even think of it like that. So that's why you guys are all hearing something from someone, because we might combine what different students are saying to make up our sentence. Okay, mask above your nose the whole time. Jessica, go for it.
I said it shows that native are almost never represented in the media as someone like a normal person, but instead, as the text says, these members, well,
I think your first statement I really love. You know where you said but? I would say, but the image of the past is constantly being brought up, you can't what in there. Okay, so keep that in mind. I don't want you to totally abandon what you have, because the first part's really great. We just gotta tighten up that last part of the sentence. Well done. And I'm gonna plug this back to you too. Go for it. What did you come up with at all? Like, you can start off with the statement, this shows that what? I'm gonna come back to you. Larry? Oh, much louder. They have to hear you all the way over there.
it shows that
Change your academic language instead of bad. So I think we can work with what you have and say, like, this shows that, what did you say? Native Americans are only perceived as, what's another word for like the wild, like the warrior? Only perceived as what? If you are a Wild West warrior, what are you being perceived as? What do they do with each other? As a fighter who's very what? We made Native Americans seem this way. Very what? Starts with the V word. Yes? Vicious and violent. So notice how we just modified a little bit of what you said. Go for it. Say it again. There will be less what? They won't be as mad. Try to avoid personal opinion a little bit and stick to focusing on a little bit more on like why it's kind of what it's showing about using those constant mascots. Who is Kingston? Go for it.
This shows that since Native American team names and mascots created recreating image of violence and rude, it can influence language stereotypes.
I think this shows that Native American teams and mascots are looked at as funny and like convenient because like their mascot is a very cartoony look, so it makes it look like funny and neat.
Just remember that we're focusing on the Wild West warrior part, not the caricature one anymore, okay? So it's gonna need a little revising. Think so?
This shows that sports teams are taken sensitive and are portrayed into one savage animal considered one of the love that one. I'm gonna come back to you to take it up slowly. Okay? For just a minute. Over here. And Diosa?
Native Americans in sports teams to be rewarded. Like, even though it's up to indigenous people.
Wonderful. A lot of different choices here. I'm gonna go with, I like Jessica and Excel's a lot. I wonder if there's a way to bridge them. Jessica, can you tell me slowly how you started yours off? Okay, so, and then I'm gonna build in what each tells it in just a second as well. So this shows that Native people, what did you say?
Have not been represented in the media as a normal.
Instead of normal, like an average, I'm gonna say. Maybe citizen of my academic language. Now, Itzel, it's your turn. This is relevant because why? Go into what you said.
Oh, this is, because the sports teams are being insensitive and.
Hold on, whoa, got type slower. Sports teams are, hold on, it keeps uppercasing things, are being insensitive, hold on, insensitive, keep going,
And are portraying individuals.
and are portraying, indigenous people,
As savage animals.
as savage, ooh, I love it, as savage animals. Hold on. Is that where you ended?
With unique backstories and culture. Or instead of average, people with unique backstories and culture.
Instead of kind individuals with unique cultures and backstories?
Yeah.
Yes, Kennedy?
Chromebook's dead.
What?
My Chromebook's dead.
Then charge it.
The charger always is.
There's many outlets against the wall. You're gonna have to switch seats maybe and use the wall one, or take your pencil and push in the little buttons to reset it. Don't put metal in there, you'll blow the fuse and electrocute yourself.
Literally.
Okay, so I'm gonna highlight this and move it all together as one. And Theo said, what did you say can happen to them if they have this negative image constantly? Lower their self-esteem. I love how we took that from the article, we're gonna create it into our analysis. Clearly, this negative image will lower their self-esteem, self-esteem. Okay, and I just copied it all together as one. Now I've got my analysis to be a very good 2 to 3 sentences. I can continue it if I wanted to. What's wrong with the low self-esteem? But I'm not. That's not there. Bless you. Jace, I need a punchline transition. Can you give me one from page 429? As a result, a lot of you might be tempted to argue not to have these Native American mascots. It is not argumentative writing. You're simply explaining. As a result, many teams, many sports teams have started to remove offensive Native American mascots and logo and team names since now I have to find a way to replace negative stereotypes. Since someone said the word perpetuate. Since they perpetuate false images. Phrase, the topic sentence. and paste it all together. Now, in the box below, copy and paste your T paragraph together in order. Make sure it looks like one paragraph, not separate parts. Indent your paragraph, fix any typos. There should not be any blue or red underlines. All you're doing is moving it from the top to the bottom, that's it. Start at your topic sentence and then move it down. If you wanna highlight your topic sentence as you move it down, so you make sure like, oh, I did it in order, that's fine. So it would look like this. Control C. Control V. Go get your evidence. Move it down. Get your next analysis. Then analysis 2, and the concluding sentence. Now I'm done. I'll be ready to hit turn in. You guys are still signed into your physical computers, right, big ones?
Yeah.
If anyone wants me to print this paragraph out or something like that, let me know, like, I can print it for you if you need that.
When you go up these,
I've got it. So remember, this is still gonna be the exact same as up above.
no, I mean,
The one right before there.
What?
You go to the, Okay.
All right. Okay, up on the board, you guys are gonna see your agenda. Turn in your teak writing, body paragraph number 1. Everybody turn in your packet down your row. I don't need your reading. Yellow can stay in your folder. Only turn in purple. Only turn in purple down your row. So make sure your name is on it. Put it together, purple and white. Send it down your row, make sure your name is on it. Only turn in this one, keep your reading in your folder. The purple and the white, keep the yellow in your folder. Hey. Oh, clippers. Let's go with the hearts. Hearts, please flip the packets. Hearts, flip the packets. They're giving you one right now. Make sure your headphones are back in the cabinet. Again, make sure your headphones are nice and neat, back in the cabinet, in their bag, not loose. Your cabinets that are where your books are.
Oh.
Again, make sure you're put down like this. Yep. Oh, thank you. Now, give me a minute. Tomorrow, just so you guys know where we're headed. Tomorrow, you guys are going to go to the database and you're going to find a second. Why they're talking? It's going to take you longer to get out of here if you're talking. Tomorrow, you guys are going to go to the database and you're going to find a second article. You by yourself are going to take notes from it, and you're going to write a body paragraph based on that second article. So you practice the skill, but now you kind of have to try it on your own. Yeah. Touching your chair, stand behind your chair. Who is my folder person? Headphones, they're sticking in your cabinet up there. Stand where you sit and face the 5 seconds unless you're putting away something, that's different. Oh, gold pencil, someone needs. Can you put your glue in your box? And then you guys can get it in your cabinet.
Not better.
All right. All right. Anything else? What do you want? Going twice. That's all. Or selling. Okay, here's money. All right, head off to lunch. Have a great day. Exit safely. Don't go. Bye-bye. Step over. Just be careful, please. Just be careful, please. Stepping over. Oh, well, I need to sanitize my hands too. Yes.